See, this is the type of interview that need a full glass of wine. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, toxic. The inspiration is a culmination of interactions that I've had with various humans, women to be specific. And the whole record is pretty much like an acknowledgement of the part that I've played in toxicity, as well as kind of like the redemption for it, and how it probably wasn't the most healthiest of relationships. I know that I'm toxic, I can't help it. I'm so wrong for you, but so right. I hate to treat you like an option, but I just don't like to choose. I don't have time. I know that I'm toxic. I know that I can be toxic. I may have certain tendencies, and I recognize that. However, I am an altered individual. So some of the habits that I've had in the past are not the habits that I've brought forth with me today. So I need that to be recognized. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta admit when you're wrong. Like, a lot of kings get it twisted. They think you're supposed to lie to get what you want. If you real drippy, like you can tell the truth and still get what you want. That's high level. But if you there, then you there. I hate to see you hurt. I ain't trying to see you hurt. But a lot of times with my lifestyle and the goals that I've set forth for myself, I don't have time to address certain things. I don't want to call it a waste of time, but it isn't the best use of my time. I'm a busy man. I see you coming, I bust it right, you sliding my DMs, I don't reply, I leave it on red, I'm colorblind, you look in my eyes, I look in your mind, When you got tunnel vision, you colorblind with it, you know? That's just, it is what it be. I may see you coming, I might have to, I might have to peel off in the cut, you know? I look in your eyes, I hate to hurt you. We cannot hang like it's a curfew. How did I give up all my virtues? I was taught a certain way growing up. I'm grateful for the way that I was taught, but it may have backfired. I'm one of those individuals where I have to touch the stove to see that it's hot, you know? I like to experience various things. And although, I may have been taught a wiser way to look at something, oftentimes I find myself just having to experience what it is to really get the full picture. Hey, kids, don't do that. Listen and learn and take that. You feel me? Don't be one of them. Don't be me where you got to go through the fire to be like, oh, okay, it's a little toasty in there. We cannot hang like it's our curfew. Come on, that's bars. I'm singing on this record, but I'm giving you the bars. I'm a poet's poet, man. Saying, yeah? My daddy taught me I must protect all these hearts, yeah. Well, all that taught me was to play more than my part, yeah. So my father, he instilled in me at a young age that I have the responsibility of the heart that I'm dealing with. And from like a macro level, it's true. You do hold the other person's heart in your hand. You really do. There's a lot of apprehension that comes with that, because it's like you recognize that's a lot to carry, that you hold someone else's feelings or someone else's heart. That's a lot, especially as a jit. When you running with the hormones, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, you're trying to balance like the hormonal offset and then like the morality of it all. With me trying to have these experiences, that caused me to play more in my role than I probably should have. Like, I may have stayed in a relationship longer than I should have. I may have overplayed the compassion, because when you show somebody like a certain level of compassion, certain level of attention, they're gonna view that a certain way. And so that's, I overstepped my boundaries, I overplayed my part, and that's partly because of what I learned. And I don't think that's a fault of him necessarily. I don't know that that's a fault of mine. It's just one of those things where in hindsight, there's some women that I'm just like, it feels like love. It feels like love because I make it feel like love, and it's not love. And that can be dangerous. Well, all I wanted was some company, and now it's my fault that you love me. I'm so wrong. A lot of times I just wanted your presence. Like I craved a presence because of the parameters that I set in that, or like the vibe that I set in that. It feels like love. Okay, I admit it. I brought you from timid. I felt like your home. I made you my tenant. You thought it was chemistry. I was a chemist, and I showed you God in me, then got the sin. And we cut from the cloth. I made you my linen. We had some lemonade, and I was your lemon. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. This right here is just bars. This record, I didn't write nothing down. I put the record on and I just felt it. My recording process oftentimes is I'll find a melody and the cadence and I just gotta fill in the word. That's literally how it went. So I'll mumble that and then I'll fill in the words. That part was appeasing like the rapper part in me. You gotta come in the bars. I felt like your home, I made you my tenant. That's just, it's speaking more to how I set the vibe. And that's my fault. Thought it was chemistry, I was a chemist. So I curated that. Call back to like people saying love is a chemical reaction. And who's out there, you know what I'm saying, man darkened in the back. It's me, baby. I'm out, you know what I'm saying? I'm out there swirling, pouring, you know? Again, don't do this, kids. I'm just explaining my experiences. Life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I was out there, it's sour. It's sweet and sour. But I made you some lemonade. Lemonade is sweet. And on a hot day, lemonade is delectable. Don't follow me, kids. Do as I say, don't do as I did, kids. I learned it from Future, didn't I? You look for my heart, it's still on ice. You and my soul, I can't oblige. Nah. She said, I love you, that's good to know. When she wants some dinner, let's get to go. When she want a spoon, I say, go get a bowl. Wait. Future has kind of become synonymous with toxicity. Like, that was just kind of like, this is who I learned it from. All of the people that came before me that was with the toxicity, that's kind of like where I picked up game from. I didn't create this game. There are women that I've engaged with that taught me that game. They hurt me. And this kind of speaks to the brutal cycle of hurt people hurt people. That's the toxicity of it all, you know? And so that's kind of addressing, like, I learned this from Shorty. If you don't love her back, like, how you respond to that? If I don't love you back, I appreciate you expressing that to me. Thank you. Do you love me back? This is, I thank you for the opportunity to know you. So, like, in a sense, yeah, I do love you because I love what we've shared. First of all, I'm a big fan of spooning. That line was big cap. When Shorty want a spoon, hey, cutlery, okay? However you want to play it, big spoon, little spoon. Hey, I'm 6'2", 247 pounds. I'm not a small individual, but I don't mind being like the little spoon. You know what I'm saying? You want to be my little backpack? Like, come on, get on there. Are you ready for school? Like, yeah, come on. That line, that was cap. It just sounded good. It was fun. You know, another rapper line. I should have been celibate. Put my trunk in the room, now it's elephant. So that right there is full admittance. I'm gonna keep it high. I'm gonna talk about it. We look at sex and we think that we are more efficient at it than we are. We look at it like we have the ability to just have sex with no repercussions. And some people that might be the case. For a lot of people, it is not the case. So this is me acknowledging, yo, I should have been celibate. This is me being young and being like, yo, I didn't understand the ramifications of sex and good sex and what that can have on women. I let my desires like overtake the judgment portion of my brain. Elephant in the room, trunk. Come on. Hey, more bars upon your head top. You know? Hey, this wine is good. I'm not gonna tell you the name of it because they didn't give me money to sponsor this video, but this is some good wine. Comment and I'm gonna tell you what the wine is. You know what I'm saying? What's the point of this paradise? Yeah, just for the hell of it. It feel like paradise. It can feel like heaven. But with the hell that comes with that, what's the point of that paradise if this is the hell that comes with it? Only you as an individual can answer that. Growing up Baptist and growing up Christian, sex is the #1 sin. At least when I was coming up, that's how it was viewed. Like having sex is like, yo, you going to hell, like tonight. That was just kind of like me reconciling the feelings of like, I want to experience sex. Was there a lack of education about the ramifications of it other than just it just being a sinful deed? A lot of times what we don't talk about, like raising our kids and coming up in adolescence, don't have sex because it's a sin, you'll go to hell. Okay, let's talk about the emotional ramifications of engaging in sexual relations. Not just like, oh, you could get a disease, you know what I'm saying, and that's boom. But let's talk about how hurtful it could be or has the possibility to be if you're not careful about you know, how you navigate. I listened to the D-Man on Shoulders. Now she got a chip on her. And we went around a club full of shooters. We created them first. I listened to like the dark side of myself, and that was on my shoulders. And now she has a chip on her shoulder. That's direct correlation with that. And of course, the bars. D-Man on Shoulders. Now she got a chip on hers. It's interchange. Come on now. Talk to me nice. But don't talk to me at all. I taught her to shoot with a red dot. She coming for you. She spinning your block. Forget your little vest. This not a Glock. 100 round drum. Only has shots. Ayy. Shorty is a shooter now. It's unfortunate that that's the case. But like now, Shorty is she a player. She's certified now. She's not concerned with feelings no more. She's not concerned with like all of that. You're done that off. And it's unfortunate because there is birth another cycle. So I was birthed from a relationship that I had. Now she is birthed from the relationship that we had, and so on and so forth. And unfortunately, that's the game. And at some point, we got to put an end to that. You don't think I'm toxic, do you? Do you think I'm toxic, baby? Do you think I'm toxic, baby? You said I'm not toxic. Hey, forget your little vest. This not a Glock, okay? She got a little, she got a yapper, okay then? She not doing them light little shots. She bussin'. I can only hope that baby can forgive me, so that when she with you, she not out to get me. I hope she can come to terms and forgive my actions, forgive what I've done to her. That line may get misconstrued as like that when she with you, she gonna cheat with me. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I hope she don't play out her revenge on you. I'm speaking to the listener. I'm speaking to the next me. Can forgive herself so that she don't treat you in unfortunate ways. I think this record today is my most personal. It's my most vulnerable, especially coming from the upbringing that I came from. Like, this is such a taboo topic, but I needed to express that. And now I'm letting go of the apprehension that I had about discussing topics like this and the experiences that I had in my life because of my upbringing, because of, growing up in a Christian upbringing. I'm going to talk about all of this to at least be a warning siren, so that you don't follow in what I've done. Like I keep telling y'all, do what I say, don't do what I did. I promise you, life would be so much easier if I learned these lessons and didn't go through it. You know what I'm saying? My most toxic relationship, and I can't even really speak on it, was in the workplace. You know the phrase, don't where you eat? Dog, big poop emojis everywhere on the desk. It was a travesty. It was terrible. It ended up being a situation where it was like, I had to keep engaging in this relationship for my job. That was why. And it was extremely unfortunate on both sides. But that's not talked about as much as far as like a man having to go through that type of workplace harassment. But I wish her the best. I hope she is happy now. I love this record. So, hey, Toxic out now. Go get it. Toxic by Yeshy. Thank you for your royalty and for joining me this evening. You know what I'm saying? Cheers.